Solutions is Lincoln's one-stop shop for all your vehicle needs, from vinyl wraps to engine repair and maintenance. Automotive Solution offers fleet services as well as printing and graphic design for vinyl applications, plus installation of vinyl for boats, trucks, cars, and anything else you want wrapped. Perfection is their standard, and they never settle for less. Call today at 531-249-5600 or go to automotivesolutionslincoln.com to learn more. That's Automotive Solutions, 2040 Southwest 5th Street in Lincoln.
When you need a new water heater, nothing beats the ProLine family of water heaters from A.O. Smith. ProLine models are built using commercial-grade components, meaning they're built to help you tackle your toughest days. No matter if you need a gas or electric model, A.O. Smith has a ProLine unit for you. A.O. Smith, innovation has a name. Call Greens at 402-467-4444 for a great deal on a water heater today. Again, that's 402-467-4444.
Hi everyone, Kendall Warnock with A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. If you're looking for an automotive repair facility you can genuinely trust, we would be grateful for the opportunity to earn your business repairing your vehicle. We have ASE master technicians and qualified to work on a variety of vehicles from Hondas to Porsches, Jaguars to Toyotas, and Chevrolets to Fords. We pride ourselves on customer service and relationships, and we would be grateful for the opportunity to serve you. Give us a call at 402-477-4660. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
The Link Grill, Draft, and Crafts is your spot in Southeast Lincoln for great food and drink. They're serving new menu items and a killer craft cocktail menu with your favorite draft beers. You'll love their pizza and new entree options. It's a great place to watch any live events, and they have music bingo every month. They have an aggressive loyalty program that rewards fans with 7% back on all purchases. Home of the Nebraska Power Hour every night from 8 to 9 p.m. Order online at thelnkgrill.com or stop in at 84th and Highway 2 today.
For 15 years, Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping has been helping Lincoln become healthier, happier, and more fit through our proven combination of kickboxing, strength training, and nutrition coaching. And to celebrate 15 years of success, we're offering an amazing Black Friday sale for all ticket listeners. You will get the Winter 10-Week Challenge for 40% off and get all of December for free. Start your transformation before the new year arrives. And at the end of the 10-week challenge, someone's walking away with $1,000. Come check it out. What do you have to lose? Click on the banner at theticketfm.com to learn more. Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping at 40th and Yankee Hill or 70th and Vine, and online at fxblincoln.com.
At Union Bank, people don't have your money. Your money has people. First home people, investment people, people who answer the phone and your chats, dream car people, dream retirement people, driving your dream car in your dream retirement people, small business people, credit card people, and all the other people you need. At Union Bank, our people help you do more than you dreamed possible. So stop in and say hello. We can't wait to see you. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
It happens. All of a sudden, you need a plumber. Just call Bryant, 467-1111. Problem solved with Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Landmark Implement, your local John Deere dealer, invites you to attend our upcoming Parts and Service Expo events. It's the best time to buy parts and schedule inspections all year. Take advantage of specials through December 13th, with additional savings the day of your local expo. Find savings on oil and filters, gifts for under the tree, and pre-ordered John Deere parts. Visit with our trained and certified technicians and sign up for our winter service specials. Visit landmarkimp.com for a complete schedule and experience the Landmark difference.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Underground, who has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know the baddest dudes in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and pedigree of success. Bauer, a family-friendly company who reminds you, go Big Red!
Hi, Sean Callahan here of HuskerOnline.com, inviting you to join us here on 93.7 The Ticket every Saturday morning now. In our new time, we're on from 8 to 9 with the weekly Husker Online radio show. We'll give you the latest in recruiting. We'll talk about what's going on with both football, basketball, and we'll probably share a few stories from the inside. It's every Saturday morning right here on 93.7 The Ticket. It's the Husker Online radio show from 8 to 9 a.m.
You never think cancer will happen to you. I smoked for over 40 years. My doctor recommended that I get annual lung cancer screening. They were able to catch my cancer at stage 1. It's never too late to quit. Even if you're still smoking, you need to ask your doctor about annual lung cancer screening. Just 30 minutes a year could save your life.
Call the Nebraska Tobacco Quit Line, 1-800-QUIT-NOW, 1-800-784-8669. Paid for by Tobacco Free Nebraska. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Tune in to 93.7 The Ticket as soon as the clock hits 0 for the Jay Foreman postgame show. Listen to expert analysis from the Husker Hall of Famer, an 8-year NFL veteran, for 90 minutes after the game. The Jay Foreman postgame show, sponsored by Anderson Ford, Tanner's Bar and Grill, Tavern 180, Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, Vinnie Kreekak of State Farm Insurance, and Action Plumbing, Heating, AC, and Electrical on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
If you're in Seward or Milford, listen up. Select Plumbing is now servicing your area with no trip charges from Lincoln. Select Plumbing works on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate, 402-560-6197. It's not just Lincoln, Waverly, and the surrounding area anymore. It's also Seward and Milford with no trip charges. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
Welcome to The Drive with A.D. Raff and Ahman Gray. Former Husker football national champion, speaker, and author, Aaron Davis.
Nebraska will win the national championship. The Cornhuskers beat Miami. It is history, 13-0, and bring that trophy back to Lincoln.
Former Arena Football League quarterback, former head coach of the Capital City Crush, and guru of Husker football history, Chris Raff.
25 straight wins for the Cornhuskers. One of the most dominating stretches in college football history.
We may have seen one of the best teams in the history of college football tonight.
12-year NFL veteran.
He's got some speed to go with strength.
Huskers and Green Bay Packers Hall of Famer.
Shovel pass to Green into Vikings territory. Finally brought down.
And University of Nebraska eSports coach, Ahman Green.
Look at Green all by himself. 20, 10, touchdown.
Sponsored by Doors Plus on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome in. Happy Thursday. This is The Drive, 93.7 The Ticket, theticketfm.com. No AD, no Raff today. Nick Sainert's with you, along with Ahman Green. Rico is also here. We'll get to Rico in just a second. What's up, AG? Good morning.
I'm doing good. Oop.
There's your mic. We'll get there eventually.
I'm doing good.
Good stuff. Rico, good morning.
Got busy playing this crazy, silly game on Google.
What game?
It's a lunar game. It's teaching you about the lunar cycle.
Gotcha. I have no idea what you just said. I'm going to be 100% honest with you. I have no idea what you just said.
The lunar cycle, the moon. Did you hear me?
Oh, yeah. I heard like lunar cycle. I just wasn't really sure what you meant.
So I got stuck on, hey, I'm a gamer. Hey.
Yeah, you're a gamer. I know. I see you playing PGA 2K23 during
all the time.
Times.
Yep.
Anyway,
That's
Rico, good morning. You're on the air. What's up?
Hi. How are we doing? It's been a while. It's been too long.
You were on yesterday.
It's been too. I was barely on because you started making fun of me for absolutely no
reason.
Came
in hot though. You came in loser. Calling people losers.
All I said was hello, losers, and then you started making fun of my height.
Hey, you came in hot. Hey, you gotta take it now. You dished it out.
I love you, man.
You dished it out talking about losers. You got to be able to take it now. Okay.
I mean, I took it
and I gave it right back. That's all.
Took it in your cushy room with your light up microphone and your R2D2 and
Thank you.
C3PO.
Yeah, my wife bought it for me, so appreciate you. Yeah,
it's fine.
Whatever beef is going on between the two of you, we got to cut that. We just got to put a pause in it. All right, Rico, I'm gonna stand. I'm gonna stand with AG on this.
How dare you?
Because if you can't handle the heat, get out of the kitchen.
Nobody said I couldn't handle the heat.
I think Rico's a little soft, AG.
I've never been soft.
Crowbait asks, Rico doesn't like me. I don't know why. Do you not like Crowbait?
I've never said that I don't like Crowbait.
I don't know, Rico.
Why do people think I don't like them? What happened?
sometimes your attitude comes off as rubbish.
Rubbish.
Rubbish. That's a good one. Thank you.
Well, that's a different one. Yeah. I like the word choice. I like the word choice.
That was a good one.
Thank you.
Way to mix it up.
Anyway, as always, 402-464-5685. You can chime into the show on the Starter Heyman text line, as well as the Starter Heyman Jewelers live video stream, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Allo Channel 961. All places for you guys to comment on the program, see what's going on, whether it's AG in Houston or Rico and I here, as AD likes to call it, in the mothership. AD is speaking today. He's got an engagement, so we will have AD on or in studio tomorrow. Raff is hunting, which is a
weird
dynamic.
It's a whole week of hunting, huh?
Listen, I'm going to be 100% honest with you guys. If you follow Raff on social media, and I'm sure he's probably listening, but it's okay. I don't know if he's taken more pictures of the deer or if he's shot more deer.
I haven't seen any of these pictures. Is there on social media?
I haven't seen any pictures of
It's
shot.
on X.
That's my thing. That's my thing. They're seeing a lot of deer, not a lot of shooting going on, and that's fine. You know, to each their own. If he's just a chill guy sitting there in the deer blind or tree state, wherever he is sitting, I think it's rifle season, so it'd be a deer blind.
Yeah. They make deer blinds that big?
Well, they have to.
Yeah.
I would imagine so.
Yeah.
You know, if he wants to get up at 3 a.m., I love. First of all, I'll say this: I do enjoy deer hunting. I love it. I used to go every single year, but now all I'm saying is if he wants to embrace the 3 a.m. wake up with sit out in the freezing cold temperatures with the wind in your face, wearing a ski mask and a stocking cap and coveralls, if he wants to do that, that's fine. But you gotta make it worth it.
Put your phone away.
And what does Bill always say? You gotta disconnect to connect. And that's what Raff needs to do right now.
You're out there in nature. Enjoy nature. Enjoy the sunrise. I mean, you're up at 3 a.m. Enjoy the sunrise and the cold and just hanging out with whoever you're hanging out with. Put your phone away, Raff. Come on. What are we doing?
Facts. Enjoy nature. Become one with the land. Okay.
Yeah, so I mean,
I'm gonna be out there shirtless and doing like yoga or something.
No, it's cold. I'm not dumb. I'm not crazy. I'm not dumb. I'm putting on a jacket.
A jacket. What is the temperature in Houston right now?
Hey, we're dropping a little bit down. It's 44 and sunny.
It's 44.
44. Wow.
Yeah,
that's close to freezing.
Yeah. Remember in the last few years, with weather change is a real thing. That Texas gets a drop in temperature.
That is true.
Coming up soon, where it goes down to 0 degrees and people don't know how to act.
Yeah,
they lose their mind down here. It's almost like the end of the world down there. I had this guy come yesterday, is like trying to offer me a whole new power plan, just in case we lose power and some type of backup generator and stuff. So I'm like, yes, exactly. So yeah, people, it dropped below 0. It's the end of the world. People think it's over. I'm like, no, it's just cold. Just chill out.
Well,
put on a jacket. That's it. Stay in the house.
I think it's like 29 degrees out there right now here in Lincoln. It is going to get chilly though. I saw the forecasted temperature for next Friday's game against the Iowa Hawkeyes. Now, obviously, this is in Iowa City.
Yeah.
The forecasted temperature from about 10 days out or so was 18 degrees in Iowa City for the Nebraska-Iowa football game. That is brutally cold.
What's the coldest game you ever played in, Ahman?
My first year in Green Bay. We finished the season playing Tampa coming up to us, and it was negative. It was 0 at kickoff. At the end of the game, it was negative 35. And it was 3 o'clock, and it was a 12 o'clock kickoff too. So that means midday, it was negative 35 degrees with the sun out.
I was going to ask you if they put you on Sunday Night Football to play in Green Bay in December.
Right?
I've had a few, but I say they've been cold. We played Minnesota a few times on Sunday night where it's like negative 15, stuff like that. But the good thing is when you're playing, you're on the field, you're good to go. When you're on the sidelines, it's bitter.
They have those propane heaters going for you guys?
Yep.
On the sideline?
Yeah, and I got too close to getting too close to the sun, and I burned my shoestrings.
Yep.
I was like, "Hey, Red, I need some more shoestrings, bro." He's like, "Ahman, you can't get that close to the Jets." I'm like, "I know now. I figured that out." I was like,
"Okay, learning lesson."
Yes, learning lesson.
I also don't know how much do you want to be around those, because you don't want to thaw out and then have to go play, and it's ice cold.
It's like an investment on buying land. You want to make sure you have your spot.
Yeah.
Because if you lose that spot and you somebody that plays on special teams, and then you don't have no place to warm up, oh, you're in trouble. It's a problem.
I was gonna say you were saying that it's not that bad when you're playing, but some of the guys that have to sit there and wait for a punt or a kickoff or a kickoff return or a punt return, and they're just sitting there waiting for their turn. Like that's gotta suck.
Exactly. So my second year in Seattle, I was that guy because I was only on special teams. So we played Denver in the last game of that season, and rookie season, sorry. And it was freezing in Denver for whatever reason. It was like 0 degrees, and you're not running around for the whole 2 hours or whatever it is, and you got to re-warm up every 5 minutes or so. Oh, you got to make sure you stay claim on a spot in front of the Jets. So, hey man, I need this right now. This is vital to my career.
Speaking of cold football games, Drew and Wahoo actually makes a point that I was already going to talk about to wrap up this first segment. Monday and Tuesday, the state championship games are happening at Memorial Stadium. The high on Monday, Now there's 3 games each day. So D6 plays on Friday at Kearney, right? So we're not worried about that one. Monday, though,
it's gonna be freezing out there.
But Monday at Memorial Stadium, it's a high of 39 degrees. There's a game that's played at 10:15, 2:45, and 7:15. Those are the times of the 3 games both days. The 10:15 games both days are going to be brutal. You have a high of 39 on Monday and then a high of 45 on Tuesday. They are going to be chilly. And it's crazy to think that in less than 2 weeks from tomorrow, I was wearing shorts and a quarter zip out at Seward at Concordia University because it was 70 degrees at like 7 p.m.
Crazy how
right.
It was incredible.
Do you have to have the window open up there calling these games?
I might not now.
No, you might not want to do that.
Yeah, I might not.
Maybe real quick if it gets toasty for some reason, but that rarely is the case.
Yeah, I mean, we can always throw on the AC up there. I mean, Memorial Stadium might not be happy, but if it gets toasty in that room, we just pop.
Hey, they paying the bill.
You imagine, right? Everybody's outside freezing in jackets, and Nick's like, I gotta turn the AC on. It's getting hot. I gotta crank this to 67 in here. It's a little warm.
Oh yeah, that's an okay thing right there. You're sweating. You're profusely sweating. That's what you want.
Like, is anybody else hot?
Yeah, right. Anyway, so yeah, those we'll have all 6 of those games on the ticket, by the way, starting Monday and Tuesday. So 10:15 will be on the air, wrapping up around 10 p.m. or so, and then Tuesday, same thing for the D2, D1, C2, C1, Class B, and Class A state championship games. All right, guys, we got a good show lined up. Obviously, no AD, no Raff today. They'll be back tomorrow. Good show lined up today. We got college football games, a lot of really intriguing games this weekend,
yes, indeed.
Especially Big Ten games. And there's more than just the Indiana-Ohio State matchup. So we'll talk about that. I also want to talk about a certain team in Florida from the SEC that is 5-5. And if you would have told us that at the beginning of the season, we would have sat there and said, well, look at their schedule. You can't be too disappointed about that. They got an interesting one coming up this week as well. We have to talk Daniel Jones at some point in the show because they're paying him, I think, $40 million a year to be QB4 on the depth chart, which is pretty ridiculous. There is so much more that we can certainly get into. I'm excited to hear AG, obviously, his history as always. This show, by the way, sponsored by our friends at Doors Plus, officially going to be our sponsors in 2025 as well. So nice. Doors Plus, appreciate them. They will be our sponsors going through December of 2025. So shout out to them. As always, give them a call today or visit them online, doorsplusllc.com. This is The Drive. No AD, no Raff, but it's Nick, AG, and Rico with you on a Thursday.
We'll down.
Step aside. Come on back here on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
If you're in Seward or Milford, listen up. Select Plumbing is now servicing your area with no trip charges from Lincoln. Select Plumbing works on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate, 402-560-6197. It's not just Lincoln, Waverly, and the surrounding area anymore. It's also Seward and Milford with no trip charges. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
Tune in to 93.7 The Ticket as soon as the clock hits 0 for the Jay Foreman postgame show. Listen to expert analysis from the Husker Hall of Famer, an 8-year NFL veteran, for 90 minutes after the game. The Jay Foreman postgame show, sponsored by Anderson Ford, Tanner's Bar and Grill, Tavern 180, Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, Vinnie Kreekak of State Farm Insurance, and Action Plumbing, Heating, AC, and Electrical on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Are you looking to upgrade or improve the garage door on your home? This is Cameron Hall of Doors Plus. At Doors Plus, we guarantee to offer a wide selection of options from 5 leading garage door manufacturers as we deliver a free estimate, exact measurements, and rapid installation with a 3 to 5 week time frame. When you choose Doors Plus for your residential garage door needs, you'll work with our experienced technicians and be ensured that your new door seamlessly complements your home. Give us a call at 402-590-5800 or visit us online at doorsplusllc.com. Doors Plus, garage doors and more.
Hey everybody, this is Chris Beecham from Brand Lincoln Podcast and Perch Merch, your go-to in Lincoln for printing and promotional needs. Speaking of that, we are running a huge hoodie sale now through November 30th to save you big money on great brands. 20% off everything from Nike and Bella Canvas pullovers to Gildan and Port & Company sweatshirts and district fleeces. Get yours for your group or organization today by calling us at 402-217-5212 or go to perch-merch.com.
Fall is here, which means it's time to dive into a new lineup of autumn flavors at Wings and Rings. Your home away from home during football season. Their all-star lineup of wing sauces is adding 2 new impact players, curry garlic and pumpkin chili. Need something delicious before kickoff? How about starting your meal with their brand new chorizo nachos and loaded fries? You better act fast. These new tastes of autumn won't be here long. So make the trip to one of their 2 Lincoln locations today on O Street or Village Lane.
Hey farmers, if you don't already, you need to get to know the guys at Boyk Farm Outfitters. If you're ready to turn your sprayer into a money-saving smart machine, they can hook you up. If you just want to get your chemicals from some good guys that care about your operations goals, they want to chat. They work with progressive growers all over eastern Nebraska to assist with equipment upgrades and input options. Boyk Farm Outfitters is equipping the modern farmer. Check them out at BoykFarmOutfitters.com. That's BOECK FarmOutfitters.com.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Underground, who has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know the baddest dudes in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and pedigree of success. Bauer, a family-friendly company who reminds you, go Big Red!
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize before participating in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the K&TK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeit. Thank you for participating in our contest, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
93.7 The Ticket. Fox KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
The Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see lots of sunshine with a light breeze. An afternoon high around 44. Tonight, clear skies and calm winds, the low around 27. And tomorrow, we'll see increasing clouds throughout the day with light winds and a high around 50. I'm meteorologist Kyle Klecker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
At Union Bank, people don't have your money. Your money has people. First home people, investment people, people who answer the phone and your chats, dream car people, dream retirement people, driving your dream car in your dream retirement people, small business people, credit card people, and all the other people you need. At Union Bank, our people help you do more than you dreamed possible. So stop in and say hello. We can't wait to see you. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
At Action Plumbing, Heating, AC, and Electrical, we're ready, reliable, and recommended. Water heater acting up or your sump pump on the fritz? Call Action. Summer's around the corner. Is your AC working? Are you sure? Call Action. Electrical problems? I'm telling you, call Action. Call Action for a free same-day estimate or a trusted second opinion. You heard that right, a free same-day estimate. 402-423-6960. ActionLincoln.com.
Nebraska's Christmas Light Show is back and bigger than ever. The Magical Lights of Lincoln Christmas Show runs from Black Friday through New Year's Eve at Sandhills Global Event Center. Bring the family for a show they'll never forget, featuring over 1.5 million lights. Cost is $25 per vehicle from Monday through Thursday, $30 on Friday and Saturday, and also $30 on Christmas Eve and Day. Purchase your tickets online today at ChristmasLightsInLincoln.com and get ready to experience a drive-through light show like you've never seen before.
For 15 years, Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping has been helping Lincoln become healthier, happier, and more fit through our proven combination of kickboxing, strength training, and nutrition coaching. And to celebrate 15 years of success, we're offering an amazing Black Friday sale for all ticket listeners. You will get the Winter 10-week challenge for 40% off and get all of December for free. Start your transformation before the new year arrives. And at the end of the 10-week challenge, someone's walking away with $1,000. Come check it out. What do you have to lose? Click on the banner at theticketfm.com to learn more. Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping at 40th and Yankee Hill or 70th and Vine, and online at fxblincoln.com.
Now back to The Drive with AD, Raff, and Ahman Gray on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We're back here on The Drive, 93.7 The Ticket, theticketfm.com. Nick, AG, and Rico with you on a Thursday. Good stuff so far. 464-5685 show sponsored by our friends at Doors Plus. Visit them online, doorsplusllc.com. All right, guys, some really intriguing matchups this weekend, and I want to start in the SEC because Ole Miss travels to the Florida Gators this Saturday. And it's not that I'm invested in the Florida Gators football program, but Scott Strickland, the athletic director for Florida, came out a couple of weeks ago and said, all right, Billy Napier is going to get retained, the former University of Louisiana Lafayette head coach. He's going to get retained because guys are still playing. Like, they're still able to get the roster into a competitive spot. And AG, you know how important that is, especially when success isn't coming maybe at the rate that you wanted or expected it to. But I say this because Nebraska's sitting at 5-5, and the narrative around Nebraska going into the season was that, yeah, the schedule feels, somewhat gettable. It feels somewhat, able for Nebraska to get, some wins under their belt. When you looked at Florida's, it was kind of the opposite. Florida's was ranked by many people the hardest schedule in all of college football. And here they are at 5-5. And from the national perspective, it felt like the world was ending and the sky was falling.
Just a complete failure.
And yet it's the complete opposite, where they're transitioning into a new quarterback. They started the season with Graham Mertz, the Wisconsin transfer, started the season of year 2 of Graham Mertz. He had a really nice year last year. I believe he threw just 2 or 3 interceptions all of the 2023 season. Started out okay this year, took a little bit of a step back, but then they're now ushering in a 5-star quarterback in DJ Lagway. So the future is bright for Florida. And in this day and age, AG, of revenue sharing going into next season, we're going to see, hopefully, universities give coaches longer leashes because they don't want to pay the buyouts when it's going to be upwards of, $26 million, when some of that money could then be used in the future for NIL resources.
Right. I mean, you got coaches that I say, for the most part, may not be fully qualified for the job, to be honest, because, when you have an issue like this, when you have these late season fires, it's like, what are you doing? I mentioned this before. You disrupting everything, because we've seen it at the NFL level. It started with Robert Saleh. He was kind of like the first domino, right? And then it went on down. NFL teams, offensive coordinators being fired, head coaches being fired, and then also in the college level. So for me, it's just like the teams or the schools are not really doing their whole, even though they do like their research, they have these hire teams that go out there and like pluck out and then say, oh, this is the next, like I just heard the other day, somebody put out there, oh, this is the next candidate for FAU is Ray Lewis. It's like, you know, they already put that out there. That means the team has already done their homework. But the question is, first question is, will Ray want to really coach there? That's not his school. You know, he went to Miami, but he lives in Florida. I know that. So does he really want to do that? You know, so it's like ask those simple questions instead of just going for a hot name hire. Like that's a hot name hire to me. I don't know what else they might call it, but you know somebody, you know, if you say somebody like Ray Lewis's name, that's going to perk up ears and eyes and conversations. So, you know, with Florida and having the problems they have, it's like, look, I say, don't mess up the season. It's already bad, right? And keep your coach, ride it out. Like something I learned as a kid. You start the season. I remember I started my first season of basketball and we sucked. But my dad was like, you can't quit. You got to ride this thing out. You got to play the whole season, regardless of how the team plays and regardless of how you play. But you got to learn this lesson that, hey, sometimes the season's not going to go the way you want to go, but that don't mean you just bail out or whatever. Not bailing. Well, I see these coaches not bailing out. They're just getting fired, unfortunately. So, you know, but it's as an administrator, whoever's pulling the trigger on the fire should say to themselves, wait a minute, we're going to have to just eat this season. You know, we got to ride with this coach right now or this OC or this DC to let these players also have a learning lesson and an experience. You know, not all experience about college football or college sports is going to be great, but sometimes that experience is going to make you better in the end. So that's what they got to realize for the player.
Some of these harder things for the administration and some of the better things for these coaches, like Nick said, is the revenue sharing and things like that, because you have these coaches, you know, it's kind of like in the NFL with the quarterback situation. Next man up, you're going to get paid a lot. If you're an up and coming coach, they're going to pay you a decent amount to get you there. That buyout's going to be huge. And then again, kind of like the NFL, where a head coach, you draft a rookie quarterback, you usually, unless you're the Carolina Panthers, get a longer leash so that you have time to develop that person. And now with NIL, with the fact that these quarterbacks are going to be making, again, a ton of money, that's going to go back on the administration, where it's, okay, well, first off, we can't really fire this head coach because of how much we're going to have to pay him. And secondly, if we fire the head coach and this quarterback came for this head coach, that's a lot of money that's going to this kid and the head coach that we're never going to see again. So there's a lot more money put into this college football space now that's going to, for some people, be a good thing that's going to allow them to keep their jobs for a longer period of time and potentially turn their situations around. But for other schools, you're going to be stuck in a situation where you're going to have to make a decision. Are we going to have to eat all of this money and just burn it and fire this person and look for somebody that hopefully will turn a season around and make us more money? Or are we just going to have to accept it and let this person go on and maybe they do get better?
There's a couple.
It's that you're Rico, you're right, and it's that these universities don't have the personnel in place right now for that, because that you're talking finance, right? You're talking numbers.
It's a lot.
And a lot of universities don't have that. Like I remember last year, and you know, our school, University of Nebraska, and other schools are now hiring GMs to handle all that, you know, NIL and all that, because you need a whole nother staff. NFL teams are built that way. And so universities are just now getting to that point to where they could have a GM, and then the GM hires the chief of finance, the CFO officer in the building, because then they can manage all those dilemmas that usually universities don't have to deal with. So sorry to cut you off, Nick.
No, you're good. I mean, there's a couple of different angles I want to take this. The first is right now, and over these last couple of years, while these coaching contracts and like Lincoln Riley is certainly one of them, Brian Kelly's situation is one of them. I'm trying to think of some more coaches that kind of just left a pretty good job for a job that they felt like is better. But anyway, I guess maybe Kalen DeBoer at Washington, that might be a little bit of a stretch there. But anyway, what I'm getting at is we're in a time, and we have been for the last couple of years, where coaches have all the leverage in contract negotiations. And maybe this is credit to their agents and maybe the ones that are actually negotiating the deals. Maybe it's the credit there. But I'm wondering if we'll get to a point to where coaches won't have all the leverage. And when you're talking about long-standing commitments to coaches, because a lot of times some of the smaller institutions, maybe the non-group of or non-power 4 teams,
Mhm.
they're able to take a flyer on some guys that says, hey, let's give you just a 3-year contract. But if you're a Lincoln Riley, or we saw this with Matt Rule, in all honesty, or Brian Kelly, or Jimbo Fisher, you're not taking a 2 or 3 year deal at a power 4 institution. You're taking a 6, 7, 8, sometimes 9 or even more year type of deal, where you are tying at least and making the university responsible for your contract for almost a decade and not 1 or 2 years, where non-group or non-power 4 teams can say, yeah, you know what? We're going to take a chance on you as a first-time head coach. We're going to give you a salary of a manageable salary of, $2 million or whatever it may be, hypothetically speaking, for 2 seasons. Then we're going to see, you know what? If you're really made of it, we're going to give you a raise and an extension after year 1. If you have success in year 1. That's not the case when you're talking about when schools like Nebraska or Ole Miss or Texas or Bama, they're hiring guys. They're hiring guys and committing to them for 6, 7+ type of years with life-changing money. Well, then when it doesn't work out in the first 3 years and the expectation that's held at places like Texas and Ole Miss and Nebraska, those aren't met, then you're in a bind as a university. And once again, coaches have all the leverage. So I wonder if we're ever going to get to a point to where it's the opposite, where the universities say, you know what, you need us more than we need you. I don't know if I really see a road like that happening. I think it's just going to need to be deeper and deeper pocketbooks as the future goes along to afford both living up to expectations with coaching staffs, but also being able to afford, enough in the NIL market.
Well, if it gets to that point, could you see it going the way of like how we've seen the NFL work for years with retread head coaches, where you're not
recycled,
could you get it to a point where if the coaches don't have leverage, these universities aren't going to take chances on group of 5, group of 6, whatever head coaches, where they're not going to, Kurt Cignetti might be the last one where you go down, you grab a dude from JMU and you bring him up on a couple-year contract, just taking that chance, or are you going to have these universities, try to head back to try to find that new school where it's the Nick Saban school for coaches who don't coach good, and get guys who were head coaches at some point, went somewhere, turned their careers around, and have turned into really good OCs, DCs, special teams coaches, whatever, what have you, and bring those guys in because, oh, well, he's been a head coach before. I know it didn't work out there. Maybe it'll work out here, as opposed to going down and grabbing, the University of Louisiana Lafayette's head coach and bringing him in and having him go 5-5 in year 3. Like that could be a point where we could reach where the coaches don't have any leverage. The university have all the leverage. And they're like, look, I know that you're having success at this, small school down here, but we need to win now. We can't afford to go through a rebuild. We need wins. We need the money so that we can supplement all of these players so we can continue to win.
Yeah, I mean, it's a point to where, I mean, I agree with you both there on some points where you do have the universities gaining leverage, but I say they're gaining the leverage because they're not really, like I said, they're not doing their investigation in terms of asking questions. They're hiring, it's an acquisition, right? They're adding somebody to their business or to their program, a head coach or OC or DC. And when you do an acquisition, you could ask all the questions you should be able to ask and research them, right? And when you don't have, when I don't see a background of a certain coach, I'll say certain background, when I'll see, if it's not even head guy, but you've coached so many years at this position or special teams coordinator or what have you. When I don't see that stuff, other than that they knew somebody from another program and they were under another guy, like being under Saban, like you mentioned, Rico, that don't qualify. That's not going to qualify. I'm not going to check the box on that. Just because, he coached under Nick Saban. Yeah. Okay. But when did he take the head job, or when did he get the head OC or the DC job at somewhere else or at Alabama? Right. That's what I'm looking, because I want to see experience, just like with players, right? We want to see the film. We want to see the players go out there and perform, put up yardage. If they're all conference, if they're the Heisman Trophy winner, that's what we're grading the players on. We need to grade these coaches on the same aspects. So a Nick Saban, if he was still in the running, yes, I'm hiring Nick. He has 7 national titles. Okay. I'm going to hire guys like that, but those guys are not sticking around. That's why he bowed out. He's looking at this whole dilemma of NIL, transfer portal. He's like, all right, this is not my game. I didn't come into this, so let me step away. But if he was still here, but we got people like that. We got a Deion Sanders. We got Cignetti that are coming up and they're showing the results. They're winning. Nick Cignetti right now, he has, like, if he would somehow move somewhere else, I'm hiring him because he took a program that we know that's usually a basketball school, and now we're talking more football than basketball in Indiana. Look at that, because for us as the players, we're getting graded on our grades coming in from high school, or if we're All-American, if we're USA Today, or Parade All-Americans, things like that. So do the same for the coaches. Don't make it easy for a coach to come in. I mean, I had this same conversation with a kid a long time ago at the combine one year that I teach. He was actually one of my kids that I taught my student teaching year, and now he's a football lawyer. And so he negotiates contracts. And I remember that year, it was like 2014 or something, where the NFL had changed it, where the agent had to get recertified every year instead of every 5 years or something like that. And they were having a little boo-boo, a woe is me session at the little bar in Indianapolis. I said, hey, think about this, guys. What I just said to you too. I said, look, these players got to get ready for the combine. Players in the NFL, they got to go off-season training somewhere in, Texas or Florida to make sure they are top of their position year over year, regardless of how the previous year went. Even if they're in a negotiation or they're in year 5 of their 5-year contract, they got to come in ready to play. These coaches, they just go and get on the boat and go fishing for the offseason. Very few coaches evaluate themselves. Coach Osborne and their staff, when he was on staff, they evaluated each other and Coach Osborne at the same time. He's like, tell me what I did wrong. Make me better. And so that's what you want to look for in a coaching staff or a coach to build a staff before all these colleges start just throwing money out and then they getting paid out. Because the sickening thing is what we're doing right now. We're still paying Scott Frost, and we're Scott Frost. He's with the LA Rams. He's not here in Lincoln. We paid Bo Pelini for years. Where was he at? Youngstown. No, if I'm part of the administration, that's a terrible feeling. Is it, why am I still paying somebody who is not here, not helping my program grow? So
and part of that I will say, there's a lot of negativity and a lot of negative feelings from Husker fans towards Trev Alberts. One thing that Trev
100%.
really focused on was being debt free for this university, and that's why they were able to get the contracts taken care of, and why they're only paying Matt Rule and his staff, the current staff right now anymore here in 2024. I think there's so many interesting things to this. The Cignetti piece of it, obviously, has talked about on a national level, consistently. But one thing that might have gotten under the news, and Indiana did this on purpose, obviously, during their bye week last week, so that they could stay in the news when they're not playing football, is they extended Cignetti. They gave him a raise. They gave him an extension. He's going to get paid $8 million per year now in Bloomington.
As opposed to what was he getting paid before?
I want to say somewhere around 6 or 5 or 6.
Still $6 million.
Yeah, right. And so anyway,
but he's earned it. I'll say that much.
I was getting at though is now it makes it tougher for any other institution to go hire him away. There's still a chance that he moves on after a couple of years, but it makes it tougher for anybody to go hire him away. Number 2 is it shows a longstanding commitment between Indiana and players, right? Saying that who your head coach is going to be
100%.
Control it.
That's
and then on top of that, if Cignetti is smart, which we obviously know that he is, he's not signing that deal unless Indiana has plans to completely update and upgrade football facilities, maybe expand on the stadium, whatever it may be. There are things in place there to boost up the football program to make it easier for a guy like Curt Cignetti to recruit and eventually win there as well. Because if you're looking at it, but once again, guys, we know it from being at Nebraska, is that if once you start to build things and you have, the pristine spaces available to you and resources available to you, you're going to be expected to win at a higher clip. And if you don't, things can get somewhat uncomfortable. So
Curt Cignetti was making 6 year 20. He was at a 6 year, $27 million contract.
So a little over $4 million.
So this is 8 years, $72 million, $8 million a year with an annual $1 million retention bonus.
Yeah. $1 million retention bonus per season. So, and obviously I'm sure, and when they got their 5th conference win earlier this season, he automatically got a 1-year extension and like $150,000 bonus just for getting their 5th conference win. So Indiana's starting to shift expectations after, 3/4 of a season of success. And now it's a big test. We started talking this segment about games that are intriguing to us. Obviously that Indiana-Ohio State game on Saturday morning at 11 a.m. is certainly one between the number 2 Buckeyes and the number 5 Hoosiers. So there you have it. That's all, guys. So when Jay and I were in Bloomington, I'm serious. When Jay and I were in Bloomington, we did our post-game show from a sports bar out there.
Yeah.
And before the game and after the game, we're doing our post-game show. And all they do every single time, every single 10 minutes or whatever it may be, is the Hoosiers.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Ridiculous.
Is the Hoosiers.
That will get stuck in your brain. Yes, I can see why.
Man, that must be so much fun when you're winning.
I was sitting on the plane going, Hoosiers. Anyway, but we are up against the clock. We got a lot of stuff coming up in hour number 2. AG mentioned something about Ray Lewis becoming the Florida Atlantic head coach. Obviously, nothing's official. We're not. I mean,
I'm saying they throw names. Programs do that. They throw names out there to see how the media, how we react to it. You know.
What I want to get to is, will we see people start to follow or try to replicate the Deion Sanders situation at Colorado? Because Ray Lewis reminds me of that situation to a certain extent. So we'll talk about that in the 9 o'clock hour. I kind of want to get our thoughts on that. We do have history coming up, though, as usual, as we officially round out the 8 o'clock hour here in just a couple of minutes. We will step aside, come back. History right around the corner on The Drive. Nick Sainert, AG, and Rico with you on a Thursday. We'll be right back on 93.7 The Ticket.
College football in Lincoln, America. The time has come. Start your game day off right with the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show. Join the Ticket crew as they bring you all the coverage you need to get you ready for the action. It's the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show. Brought to you by General Fire and Safety, Raisin Canes, Perch Merch, Sunbelt Rentals, Mullen Motors, Select Plumbing, and the Kindler Hotel. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
For 15 years, Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping has been helping Lincoln become healthier, happier, and more fit through our proven combination of kickboxing, strength training, and nutrition coaching. And to celebrate 15 years of success, we're offering an amazing Black Friday sale for all ticket listeners. You will get the Winter 10-week challenge for 40% off and get all of December for free. Start your transformation before the new year arrives. And at the end of the 10-week challenge, someone's walking away with $1,000. Come check it out. What do you have to lose? Click on the banner at theticketfm.com to learn more. Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping at 40th and Yankee Hill or 70th and Vine, and online at fxblincoln.com.
At Union Bank, people don't have your money. Your money has people. First home people, investment people, people who answer the phone and your chats, dream car people, dream retirement people, driving your dream car in your dream retirement people, small business people, credit card people, and all the other people you need. At Union Bank, our people help you do more than you dreamed possible. So stop in and say hello. We can't wait to see you. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
Nebraska's Christmas Light Show is back and bigger than ever. The Magical Lights of Lincoln Christmas Show runs from Black Friday through New Year's Eve at Sandhills Global Event Center. Bring the family for a show they'll never forget, featuring over 1.5 million lights. Cost is $25 per vehicle from Monday through Thursday, $30 on Friday and Saturday, and also $30 on Christmas Eve and day. Purchase your tickets online today at ChristmasLightsInLincoln.com and get ready to experience a drive-through light show like you've never seen before. Rosie Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 1501 Center Park Road.
Finally, a good reason to have a smart house. Just say, Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket, and we'll magically start playing. How's it work? Nobody knows. Don't ask questions.
Raising little ones is a big job, and you do your best to give them a good start every day. That means making sure they're well cared for while you're apart. You work hard, but it's not always easy to make ends meet. There may be help. Find out if you qualify for Nebraska's Child Care Tax Credit for working parents. You could be eligible for a credit of up to $2,000 per child on your next tax return. Learn more at nebraskachildcaretaxcredit.org. Brought to you by First 5 Nebraska and Nebraska Children and Families Foundation and aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Hey everyone, Lance here with Black Label. We specialize in creating custom crafted decks, pergolas, patio covers, and more. Plus, our retractable screens, gazebos, and patio enclosures create the ultimate outdoor retreat. With over 50 years of combined experience, we're not just builders, we're creators of unforgettable memories.
Call them today at 402-730-6333 or visit blacklabelbuilt.com for a free consultation.
Let's turn your backyard dreams into reality.
Black Label Built, built to serve, built to last.
Transform your view with the help of Heartland of Nebraska Windows. Heartland of Nebraska Windows offers a free estimate, full window replacements, all vinyl triple pane windows, and a lifetime warranty of everything while keeping their prices affordable. Sounds too good to be true, right? Heartland of Nebraska Windows is locally and family owned with their own team of installers. Give the window experts at Heartland of Nebraska Windows a call today at 402-430-3852 or visit them online at heartlandofnebraskawindows.com. Elevate your home or business with the help of Heartland of Nebraska Windows today.
The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeyman electricians from $32.50 to $42.50 per hour with paid benefits. And if you're looking for a new career, they're hiring apprentices at $19.50 per hour with paid benefits. Call the office at 402-423-4497 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Hey, it's Chad with Nutrition Authority inviting you to stop in and check out the #1 selling complete post-workout product, CPR. CPR is ideal for anyone who works out, exercises, or competes and wants to maximize results. CPR can only be found at Nutrition Authority. Stop in today, try a free sample, or visit us at mynutritionauthority.com.
Hi, Sean Callahan here of HuskerOnline.com, inviting you to join us here on 93.7 The Ticket. Every Saturday morning now in our new time, we're on from 8 to 9 with the weekly Husker Online radio show. We'll give you the latest in recruiting. We'll talk about what's going on with both football, basketball, and we'll probably share a few stories from the inside. It's every Saturday morning right here on 93.7 The Ticket. It's the Husker Online radio show from 8 to 9 a.m.
Now back to The Drive with AD, Raff, and Ahman Green on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We're back here on The Drive, 93.7 The Ticket, theticketfm.com. Nick Sainert, Ahman Green, Rico with you on a Thursday. 402-464-5685. Give us a call, give us a text on the Starter Heyman Jewelers text line. All right, AG, I'm going to let you lead us off today. What you got history-wise for us on a Thursday?
History I found some good esports history here. So back in 1958, we had I got the title of it is the first multiplayer game was a game called Tennis for Two. And it's what's similar to the old paper and pencil game of tic-tac-toe. So there you go. That people actually started playing back then, and it was an instrumentation Higginbotham of the day, something. I don't know, some word I cannot pronounce, but
yeah.
It was called Tennis for Two that allowed two people to play against each other. The game was played with an early form of the joystick. It was played with a joystick, so which allowed players to hit the ball over the net and adjust its trajectory at the same time. Today, the title is considered to be the birth of the esports competition era, basically.
Wow. Rico, what was the first video game that you ever played?
Oh, that's a tough one.
You remember?
The first video game I remember playing is Mario Kart 64.
Okay.
Ooh, nice.
The first video game that had me almost throw a controller through a TV was I want to say Tekken, like the first Tekken.
The blocky Tekken.
Yeah, because my sisters would always kick my butt, and my mom would be like, "You need to let him win," and I would say, "No, don't let me." And
you exactly good. Good
I
kid.
didn't. They didn't.
Good.
Until finally one day I did beat them, and I was amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds great.
Yeah, probably the worst. The worst.
AG, what was your first video game?
First video game was Zagzon and then Donkey Kong on ColecoVision. And I told you about my Rage Fit, my first Rage. The Madden 1988, throwing it because I threw a deep ball to Jerry Rice and it was intercepted.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my one and only Rage at a game. So
I've never broke a controller. I've gotten close. I actually, and it was on NCAA football. And I don't think it was titled NCAA football. It was like
probably Bill Walsh. It was
college
probably
football.
Bill.
Like it was like
Or college
1999 or something like that.
Oh.
You weren't even alive when it came out.
No, not when it came out, but that was the game I had. It was like 1999, and on that game, I probably raged on that a couple of times. However, I have buddies that have broken multiple controllers because they've gotten so frustrated and they like slammed it down and they don't realize how strong or how hard they're slamming it down. So that turns into be a problem.
I've never broken a controller like by throwing it or anything, but I've messed up the joystick because I got upset and I just like use my thumb and just like push it really hard. And then you end up getting stick drift. But I've never broken a controller.
So we got a couple of texts on the text line here. Barbecue Analyst says Pong. It was their first game. Pong.
Nice.
Was that one. Cubsker, my first video game was NBA 2K7 with Shaq on the cover.
Ooh.
How about that one?
Wow.
Actually, you know what? The game I did rage at a lot, and I wish that they would bring it back, is College Basketball 2010.
Oh, I'm waiting for that to come back.
With Blake Griffin, Blake Griffin on the cover.
Yes. Yeah, I remember that one.
Oklahoma. Here's the issue. I was Nebraska. We always played freaking Baylor in the Big 12 tournament, and I could never beat them. I could never beat Baylor. And there was a big issue going on with me and Baylor.
Baylor had some good ballers, I guess.
They did.
I think they were a cheat code in the game.
Well,
I truly do.
And unfortunately, the problem was that with that game is you could, and this was actually a really cool feature of it, underrated piece of it. You could choose the network that you played on. So you could play on ESPN and it would have the ESPN bug with the ESPN announcers, or you could play on CBS and have Bill Raftery and those guys. So it was really, really cool because as a 9-year-old, I was 9 years old when the game came out. I was sitting there going, all right, this is a big game. We're not playing on ESPN. We're playing on CBS, baby.
That's where all the big games are played.
And I think it was like Gus Johnson at that time was CBS potentially.
Yeah.
And so like you had the big, CBS score bug. And it was really, really cool. It felt like a big
Gus
matchup.
Johnson and Bill Raftery.
Yes.
That's a solid combination.
So
sign me up for that all day. I have one little piece of history.
Go ahead.
If I may.
What's up,
back in 1925, Red Grange plays his final game at the University of Illinois and then signs with the Chicago Bears.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's how things were going.
They said, all right, he's done. Bring him over.
Bring him on over to the Chicago Bears. A little history is going to be made this weekend. I don't know how much you guys pay attention to F1. F1's going to be doing their race in Vegas this weekend.
Oh, yeah. I knew that was coming.
Can you imagine how much of a headache Vegas is going to be?
So the first time I went down to Vegas with DP for UFC X, and I think it was Summer League, they were setting it up for the first time that they were doing F1 in Vegas. And it was, well, I mean, I Ubered everywhere. Obviously, I'm not going to drive. It was a mess. There were so many streets you couldn't go down. And there was like, when I walked down the strip, you had to like go up this little tunnel thing and go around. And yeah, it was crazy.
Well, guys, this show flying by. We only got about 45 minutes or so left in the program. Got a lot of stuff to talk about. We will get to Husker football. We are aware of all the rumors on the text line. Like people are wanting us to know information. We're going to hold off on addressing any of the rumors until things are final. Obviously, we are aware of transfer portal rumors and things like that. We're going to hold off. There's no reason for us to speculate here. We want to talk facts and what we know. So there's that piece to it. Now, we were asked the opinion of whether or not Nebraska makes a bowl game. Sure, we'll address that throughout the course of the show later on today. But when we come back, we must talk a little college football. And I want to get AG's thoughts on Ray Lewis and that whole situation at FAU, or just more so a bigger picture of will we see more universities trying to duplicate or replicate the Deion Sanders route. So we'll dive into all that here in hour number 2. You're listening to The Drive, 93.7 The Ticket. Nick Sainert, Ahman Green, Rico with you. AD and Raff will be back tomorrow. We'll step aside, come right back on 93.7 The Ticket.
Hey farmers, if you don't already, you need to get to know the guys at Boyk Farm Outfitters. If you're ready to turn your sprayer into a money-saving smart machine, they can hook you up. If you just want to get your chemicals from some good guys that care about your operations goals, they want to chat. They work with progressive growers all over eastern Nebraska to assist with equipment upgrades and input options. Boyk Farm Outfitters is equipping the modern farmer. Check them out at BoykFarmOutfitters.com. That's BOECK FarmOutfitters.com.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Transform your view with the help of Heartland of Nebraska Windows. Heartland of Nebraska Windows offers a free estimate, full window replacements, all vinyl triple pane windows, and a lifetime warranty of everything while keeping their prices affordable. Sounds too good to be true, right? Heartland of Nebraska Windows is locally and family owned with their own team of installers. Give the window experts at Heartland of Nebraska Windows a call today at 402-430-3852 or visit them online at heartlandofnebraskawindows.com. Elevate your home or business with the help of Heartland of Nebraska Windows today.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with a child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
Fall is here, which means it's time to dive into a new lineup of autumn flavors at Wings and Rings. Your home away from home during football season. Their all-star lineup of wing sauces is adding 2 new impact players, curry garlic and pumpkin chili. Need something delicious before kickoff? How about starting your meal with their brand new chorizo nachos and loaded fries? You better act fast. These new tastes of autumn won't be here long. So make the trip to one of their 2 Lincoln locations today on O Street or Village Lane.
Hey everyone, Lance here with Black Label. We specialize in creating custom crafted decks, pergolas, patio covers, and more. Plus, our retractable screens, gazebos, and patio enclosures create the ultimate outdoor retreat. With over 50 years of combined experience, we're not just builders, we're creators of unforgettable memories.
Call them today at 402-730-6333 or visit blacklabelbuilt.com for a free consultation.
Let's turn your backyard dreams into reality.
Black Label Built, built to serve, built to last.
General Fire and Safety has been keeping Lincoln businesses and commercial structures safe for more than 50 years. From a simple fire extinguisher to full fire suppression systems, Lincoln has trusted General Fire and Safety to provide top-of-the-line products, installation, and maintenance. If you're starting a new business in a brand new building, call on General Fire and Safety to help you plan a fire safety system that fits the specific needs of your business, employees, and customers. Call General Fire and Safety today at 402-261-0116.
The Body Lab, located at 14th and Yankee Hill, is Lincoln's premier physical therapy and recovery lab. The Body Lab offers trigger point dry needling, cupping therapy, joint manipulation, and so much more. Looking to relax and relieve stress after a long day or difficult workout? The Body Lab's recovery lab is the ideal spot. Featuring infrared sauna, a cold plunge tub, or if you're just looking for enough space to stretch out and reset your mind. Learn more about memberships and schedule your service today at thebodylablnk.com. Or visit the Body Lab in person at 14th and Yankee Hill Road.
Rosie's Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 1501 Center Park Road.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
The Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see lots of sunshine with a light breeze. An afternoon high around 44. Tonight, clear skies and calm winds, the low around 27. And tomorrow, we'll see increasing clouds throughout the day with light winds and a high around 50. I'm meteorologist Kyle Klecker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
At Action Plumbing, Heating, AC, and Electrical, we're ready, reliable, and recommended. Water heater acting up or your sump pump on the fritz? Call Action. Summer's around the corner. Is your AC working? Are you sure? Call Action. Electrical problems? I'm telling you, call Action. Call Action for a free same-day estimate or trusted second opinion. You heard that right, a free same-day estimate. 402-423-6960. ActionLincoln.com.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Underground, who has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know the baddest dudes in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and pedigree of success. Bauer, a family-friendly company who reminds you, go Big Red!
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize before participating in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the K&TK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeited. Thank you for participating in our contest, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
Welcome to The Drive with AD Raff and Ahman Green. Former Husker football national champion, speaker, and author, Aaron Davis.
Nebraska will win the national championship. The Cornhuskers beat Miami. It is history, 13-0, and bring that trophy back to Lincoln.
Former Arena Football League quarterback, former head coach of the Capital City Crush, and guru of Husker football history, Chris Raff.
25 straight wins for the Cornhuskers. One of the most dominating stretches in college football history.
We may have seen one of the best teams in the history of college football tonight.
12-year NFL veteran.
He's got some speed to go with strength.
Huskers and Green Bay Packers Hall of Famer.
Shovel pass to Green into Vikings territory. Finally brought down.
And University of Nebraska eSports coach, Ahman Green.
Look at Green all by himself. 20, 10, touchdown.
Sponsored by Doors Plus on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back in. Hour number 2 of the show, sponsored by our friends at Doors Plus. They have a new office located 420 West A Street in Lincoln. Give them a call today, 402-590-5800. Doors Plus and Garage Doors and More is the leading garage door company for home and business owners in Lincoln, Nebraska, and the surrounding areas. Once again, they work commercial. They do residential. You see all those garage doors that are out in the Sandhills Global Event Center, Rico? All done by our friends at Doors Plus.
Ooh.
So there you have it. So they do residential and commercial. So as the new year approaches, as obviously springtime, hopefully around the corner. Obviously, we're still months away. People are probably going to give me some crap on the text line for that. But as springtime,
yeah, bro. Hey, bro, you got to get through Thanksgiving first, man. This is what me and my wife go back and forth about this. I was like, look, like we watching Christmas movies. Thanksgiving ain't even here yet.
I know.
Like, what is going on?
What is your cutoff? When do you hang up the lights? When do you put up the tree? Like all of that, because I have different cutoffs for things. So you tell me yours first.
I don't put up nothing until after Thanksgiving. Nothing goes up.
Black Friday is my day.
Okay. So Black Friday weekend, that's my day to decorate the tree. Mm-hmm. I've never put up Christmas lights because I'm not going on the roof and falling off because it's too damn cold in Green Bay at the time. Excuse my language. Houston, maybe, but it ain't happening.
Yeah, no. So there's a lot of companies that'll come out and do it for you.
Yes, our neighbors already started. I'm like, wait a minute, can't we get past Thanksgiving before you put up Christmas lights?
Well, it's the warm weather piece of it. They want to do it when it's warmer.
So that's my thing is we put up Christmas lights for the first time at this. We've been in this house for 3 years. This is the first time we've ever put Christmas lights up.
Okay.
And we put them up already because we're like, I don't want to get up on the roof when it's super cold.
Yeah, so then that's a good reason.
Yeah, so I'm like, we'll do it right now, but we don't have the tree up. We don't have any of the Christmas decorations around our house. We wait until after Thanksgiving because we respect Thanksgiving. And this Thanksgiving erasure that is happening around the nation is disgusting.
Mm-hmm. Dang. Say it with your chest, Rico.
It is one of my favorite holidays. It is amazing, and it makes it seem like November doesn't have any holidays, but it does. Thanksgiving. It's one of the best. Everybody's just like, oh, Black Friday this, Black Friday that. Let's buy all these cool things. No, Thanksgiving. Get together with your families, eat some delicious food, watch some football, have some fun.
Oh, my God.
Ridiculous.
Well,
Christmas starts in like January. What are we doing?
Right.
AG, what if I told you that the most intriguing game of Thanksgiving was the Bears-Lions?
You're ridiculous, but
really?
Well, because then you also have Giants and Cowboys. The quarterback matchup there is going to be Cooper Rush against
And
Tommy DeVito.
Hey,
Tommy
DeVito's
Tommy
a real
DeVito. Hey,
And
but
then-
he's a winner. He's won before.
That's true.
Before.
AG.
What?
He's
Come
won
on.
before. He's won before.
Flowers. Give his agent his flowers.
Sure.
At least.
He's
His
won
agent-
before. He's
his agent's
proven
amazing.
himself.
So then, and then the
Cooper Rush is like 50-50 right now.
you'll probably they need to bring Ben DiNucci back. You'll probably be gravitating towards this game. I know Jake Sorensen is going to this game next Thursday.
Yeah.
The Dolphins at the Packers.
Yeah, I helped out with that.
Yeah,
Going
you did.
down.
Oh yeah. Give AG his flowers there. He's going to the game thanks to AG.
Yeah, we got my. If it wasn't for my granddaughter visiting us, I would be there with Jake and crew. But,
Fun.
Yeah,
Fun.
yeah.
I
My
couldn't
granddaughter oversees that right there.
I
Gotta
cannot
be.
imagine you sitting next to Jake for that game because Jake is insufferable.
Oh, I could take anything. If I could, my wife's a Bears fan. Okay,
No, it's
so
not the
if I could take that. I'm
trash
good.
talk. It's just the consistent talk.
Oh, I'm fine with that because I'm the quiet person in the room. You can't tell because I'm on
You're
the
right.
show.
You're right.
But I sit there. I'll just sit there and just let them go. I'm like, I want to see how is this real? Like that will be me. I'll be like, can he really talk for 4 quarters? I want to see this go down.
Yeah,
and then take a picture of it.
Oh yeah, no, I don't understand if he'd be able.
I wish I was there with him because it's
gonna be hilarious because the Dolphins are going to lose, and he's going to be up in Green Bay in the cold potentially. Just sad.
He better pack heavy. Pack heavy. That's what I say for this game.
But I mean, Nick isn't wrong. Like the most intriguing game is Chicago at
Yeah,
Detroit,
I know.
which is
It's just
Detroit.
amazing that it is that now. That just shows you football.
How many years ago would you have been looking at Detroit and just been like, yeah, like Detroit's playing whatever, I'm not going to watch it. But now Detroit's almost no, it's not almost. Detroit is must see TV.
Yeah, facts now. Yeah, that's facts. But I was always I'm a sports fan, right? I don't really judge a team even if they have a bad season. I watch it. I watch them play to see. Like I remember the 0-16 season for the Detroit Lions. Watching that season, catching the game as a player. I think was I still playing it?
I was gonna. Were you?
When that happened? Was that 08 or 09?
Nick, his fandom wasn't alive then, but when did the 0-16 season for the Lions happen?
Oh, there you go.
08 or 09?
It would have been 09, I believe.
That was my last year, so I watched part of it. I was part of that. I watched that. No.
Well,
did you deal them
one part of their 9-1 start this year?
Did you deal them one of their losses?
I got on the season. I got on the team mid-season for the Packers that year, so probably not. I don't know.
So it was the 2008 season.
Oh,
so
okay, I
let's
apologize.
see.
I got picked up right after the Minnesota game, right before the Minnesota game they played in Lambeau that year.
In 2008, you were still in
I was
Houston.
in Texas. Yeah, I was a Texan.
Yeah,
man.
you were still in Houston.
Yeah.
So let's see if the Lions played Houston. This is what we do.
Yeah.
2008 schedule.
It's crazy. If you don't remember, the quarterback for the Lions that year was John Kitna.
Yeah.
In his last season and a half, John Kitna, he had 42 interceptions
In a season?
in like a year and a half.
Oh, I was about to say, oh my God.
Still, I mean, we're talking like 20, 25 games essentially there. And the
that's a lot.
Dude has 42
It was rough. It was rough. It was
stretch.
rough.
So they did play
so-
Houston that year, Sunday, October 19th. Let's see. That was
I was on IR. They put me on IR. Big dummy.
Damn it! I was about to go see your stats.
I was gonna say, let's see what
Big
AG
dumb. No, I was on. They put me on IR where I said I had a simple MCL sprain, which was
and they put
fine.
you on IR.
Yes.
You played.
Did I play?
Yeah, you had 14 carries for 62 yards and a touchdown.
Whoa!
Oh, there we go.
AG. So here's a question for you. When you guys
See, I don't look at my stats. See, I told you I don't look at my stats. I thought I was on IR, man. That was my life in Houston. IR and Halo. Halo 3. That was my life.
When they have those conversations about, hey, we're going to put you on IR, like, how do those go down? How much say do you have in those? Because, I mean, obviously that puts you out for at least 4 weeks.
Yes.
So essentially,
No. When you got put on IR, then you were on IR.
You were done.
There was no coming back from it. Right.
That's correct. Yeah. So how do those conversations happen, and how much say do you have in it?
At that time, I had zero say because I was dealing with the youngest. Well, I wouldn't say it's his age. I would say inexperienced GM, Rick Smith.
Okay.
He already had me on. Before he even talked to me, he put me on IR. This is before my MRI in 2007. I took an MRI out in Alabama with the one specialist of knees and everything. Dr. Andrews. I get back and they already say, Ahman, go talk to Rick. And they pretty much get I'm looking at the dude's face and I'm like, it's already decided. I said, why do I have to even go talk to him? But I go talk to him. And this is where I almost became a top headline, other than, running a 90-yard run or something, where I sit down at the table and he's talking. He's posturing. He's really nervous. I could tell. He's super nervous. He knows he has to ask me some questions and that are very uncomfortable, I guess. But I'm like, why? Just ask me if my knee's okay and what the MRI went for, what does it see and all that. That's what I thought, simple questions. But I'm looking at him like, man, he don't look right. The first thing out of his mouth, he asked me, have you been faking your injury? I was like, oh. I looked at him. I said, if it wasn't for the ways I was raised right now, I would jump across this table and knock your boom, boom, boom out.
No way.
I said, I'm out of here. I walked out that office. Soon I picked up my cell phone, took it out my pocket. I said, call my agent. Get me the HE double hockey stick up out of here right now. I'm about to knock somebody out. Rick Smith just asked me if I'm faking my injury. And my agent's like, whoa. I'm like, no, get me out of Houston. Get me back to Green Bay. Whatever you got to do, get me back to Wisconsin right now. This is ridiculous. I was like, he just asked me if I'm faking my injury. I said, he obviously don't know who I am, that I play through anything. If it's got to be falling off, chopped off before I come off the field.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my goodness. So yeah, you can see how the next year went for me with the bitter taste of having to stay down there.
Yeah, you went to Green Bay.
That's insanity.
Yeah. 2008, your last year in Houston.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, get me out. Somebody's gonna get.
Was that the start of getting this wheels in motion of you getting out of there?
Yes, 100%, 100%. Because I was having a rough year anyway.
Yeah.
2007 was a rough year for me. My dad passed away from cancer, and that was in October. And they made me go to get treatment.
Oh.
The day of my dad's funeral, and they made me get treatment. If not, they told me they were going to fire me.
That's
ridiculous. Yes.
That's crazy.
Yes.
That's crazy.
Yes.
Man. All right. Well,
terrible.
We didn't expect to go down that route, but here we are.
Hey, you asked the question.
I know.
Sometimes I forget how good Ahman was. I'm looking at the stats right now.
So does he. He doesn't look at the stats.
I know.
2000 to 2006, the only reason he didn't have 7 straight 1,000-yard seasons is because he got hurt in 2005.
Right. I tore my quad against the Vikings.
But were you faking it?
Definitely not, Nick. Definely not. It's pop, man.
Hey,
since you my boys, I know you kidding, but if I didn't know you guys, I would jump off this headset, be in Lincoln right now.
Imagine I just randomly have AG on a podcast. Hey, so we have to talk about the quad injury. Did you fake it? And I know this is our first time meeting, but I'm going to ask you this question.
Yeah, no, you about to get it. I'll be like, yeah, you talking about Bruce Wayne. I'm going to use my Bruce Wayne powers. Like, hey, give me a jet right now. I need to go to Lincoln, Nebraska and knock somebody out real quick.
Well, that sounds good. Sounds good. I'd like to see you try.
We'll see you soon.
Anyway.
Oh my goodness.
Let's take a break now. We'll talk a little Huskers on the other side. We still need to get to Daniel Jones. Tomorrow we know that with AD and Raff in town or in the studio, not in town, but in the studio, plenty of Husker stuff as we prepare for Nebraska and the Badgers on Saturday, 2:30 kickoff, senior day. We'll talk a little bit about that when we come back, and a little threats or just twist that the Wisconsin Badgers present to the Huskers, especially when the Badgers are on offense and the Huskers are on defense. We'll do that. Nick Stainert, Ahman Green, Rico with you here on The Drive, sponsored by our friends at Doors Plus, 93.7 The Ticket. We'll be right back.
If you're a homeowner or a business owner, you have a lot of projects, and no one has an unlimited budget or time. Sunbelt Rentals makes all jobs less stressful with no need to purchase large equipment or hire a crew. You can do it yourself with rentals and everything from aerators and power rakes for spring yard work to stump grinders, concrete mixers, tile saws, and more. Check out their inventory in Lincoln, north of Cornhusker Highway on 56th Street, or online at sunbeltrentals.com.
Nebraska's Christmas Light Show is back and bigger than ever. The Magical Lights of Lincoln Christmas Show runs from Black Friday through New Year's Eve at Sandhills Global Event Center. Bring the family for a show they'll never forget, featuring over 1.5 million lights. Cost is $25 per vehicle from Monday through Thursday, $30 on Friday and Saturday, and also $30 on Christmas Eve and Day. Purchase your tickets online today at christmaslightsinlincoln.com and get ready to experience a drive-through light show like you've never seen before.
Hey everybody, this is Chris Beecham from Brand Lincoln Podcast and Perch Merch, your go-to in Lincoln for printing and promotional needs. Speaking of that, we are running a huge hoodie sale now through November 30th to save you big money on great brands. 20% off everything from Nike and Bella Canvas pullovers to Gildan and Port & Company sweatshirts and district fleeces. Get yours for your group or organization today by calling us at 402-217-5212 or go to perch-merch.com.
The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeyman electricians from $32.50 to $42.50 per hour with paid benefits. And if you're looking for a new career, they're hiring apprentices at $19.50 per hour with paid benefits. Call the office at 402-423-4497 to apply. Start your electrical career today. Rosie's Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 1501 Center Park Road.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with a child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
Raising little ones is a big job, and you do your best to give them a good start every day. That means making sure they're well cared for while you're apart. You work hard, but it's not always easy to make ends meet. There may be help. Find out if you qualify for Nebraska's Child Care Tax Credit for working parents. You could be eligible for a credit of up to $2,000 per child on your next tax return. Learn more at nebraskachildcaretaxcredit.org. Brought to you by First 5 Nebraska and Nebraska Children and Families Foundation and aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
You can help fight deadly diseases like RSV and influenza while getting paid for your time. Velocity Clinical Research is now seeking clinical trial participants in your area. Participants can receive compensation for study-related time. No health insurance is needed to join. Find a study near you at velocitytrials.com. That's velocitytrials.com.
Everyone should have a collection of something. For some, it's stamps or coins, expensive cars, or even watches. But for a lot of people, it's sports cards. And there's no better way to grow your collection than with the help of Capital City Sports Cards, Lincoln's first and only collector-first sports cards and memorabilia shop. Capital City Sports Cards connects collectors of all ages and demographics with unique collectibles sure to bring any collection to life, no matter the budget. Visit Capital City Sports Cards near 56th and Old Cheney or through their eBay storefront. Capital City Sports Cards, Lincoln's premier sports card and memorabilia store.
Hey, it's Chad with Nutrition Authority inviting you to stop in and check out the #1 selling complete post-workout product, CPR. CPR is ideal for anyone who works out, exercises, or competes and wants to maximize results. CPR can only be found at Nutrition Authority. Stop in today, try a free sample, or visit us at mynutritionauthority.com.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize before participating in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the K&TK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeited. Thank you for participating in our contest, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
At Fairway Meat Market, you're family, and as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. Now, through November 24th, enjoy bone-in turkey breast for $1.99 per pound, 8-ounce USDA choice boneless ribeyes for $8.99 each, whole boneless Carver ham for $4.48 per pound, and call 402-486-6611 to place your holiday orders today. That's all at Fairway Meat Market in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center, just south of 84th and Van Dorn.
General Fire and Safety has been keeping Lincoln businesses and commercial structures safe for more than 50 years. From a simple fire extinguisher to full fire suppression systems, Lincoln has trusted General Fire and Safety to provide top-of-the-line products, installation, and maintenance. If you're starting a new business in a brand new building, call on General Fire and Safety to help you plan a fire safety system that fits the specific needs of your business, employees, and customers. Call General Fire and Safety today at 402-261-0116.
Now's the time to get your John Deere equipment inspected and prepared for next season. Acres trained technicians will thoroughly evaluate your machine and get it running at peak performance. And for a limited time, Acres is offering early inspection incentives. Sign up before December 15th and qualify for a discount on parts installed by Acres. Get no interest and no payments until November of 25 with approved financing through John Deere Financial. Some restrictions apply. Contact your nearest Acres location for details.
The Body Lab, located at 14th and Yankee Hill, is Lincoln's premier physical therapy and recovery lab. The Body Lab offers trigger point dry needling, cupping therapy, joint manipulation, and so much more. Looking to relax and relieve stress after a long day or difficult workout? The Body Lab's recovery lab is the ideal spot. Featuring infrared sauna, a cold plunge tub, or if you're just looking for enough space to stretch out and reset your mind. Learn more about memberships and schedule your service today at thebodylablnk.com or visit the Body Lab in person at 14th and Yankee Hill Road.
Now back to The Drive with AD, Raff, and Ahman Gray on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We are back here on The Drive. No AD, no Raff today. AG holding it down in Houston. Nick and Rico back here in the mothership, as AD always calls it, in good old Lincoln, Nebraska. 1040 O Street. Come on down. Grab yourself a cup of Joe from the mill. Come say what's up as well. 402-464-5685. The Honda of Lincoln hotline and the Starter Heyman text line are open to you guys the rest of the way here as well. As the Starter Heyman Jewelers live stream, video stream, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Allo Cable channel 961. All right, I wanted to get to this before we kind of wrap up the show in the next segment, guys. Obviously, Wisconsin made some news on Sunday, firing Phil Longo as their offensive coordinator, and Luke Fickell was asked Monday about who would be calling the plays. Here's what Luke Fickell, the Wisconsin head coach, former Cincinnati Bearcats leader, and former Ohio State interim head coach, had to say.
Why does it matter? Right? I mean, the offense will, be run, and those guys will do a lot of things collaboratively together. And I don't think it really is important as to who is calling it. I guess it gives you the ability to point a finger at somebody if that's the case, but it's not one of those things I think is that important. Sometimes I think it's overrated in some ways, but it'll be a collaborative group, and those guys will have to work a lot together.
So it's a kind of a bizarre situation right now. Obviously, we're going to pick that quote apart, and especially the part of why does it matter and things like that. But more so, I think a big reason why Phil Longo did not work out at Wisconsin, AG and Rico, is the fit, right? He comes from a North Carolina spot where they threw the ball around the yard quite a bit. They ran the ball with Javonte Williams, sure, but also not every single roster has a early NFL round draft pick on their team that they can run the ball with consistently. Wisconsin was, obviously, we know how they are traditionally a run heavy type of team. That's how they've been successful under multiple head coaches, Gary Anderson, Brett Bielema, so on and so forth, even Paul Chryst, where now they bring in Luke Fickell. It felt like they were trying to make this identity change or identity shift. They go out and get one of the most active passers in all of college football in year one, in Tanner Mordecai from SMU. Then they go and get Tanner Van Dyke from the University of Miami in the portal in year two of Luke Fickell. And it just never has really looked smooth. They had good running backs 2 years ago. Then they obviously they had some guys hit the portal, but Ches Malusi, the former Clemson Tigers running back, was going to be the leader of that running back room going into this season. He is forced to retire from football in the first week of October. So Ches Malusi no longer playing with the Wisconsin Badgers either. So now they bring in this guy named Tawee Walker, number 3 for the Wisconsin Badgers. This Wisconsin team, while they have tried to throw the ball around the yard, Tyler Van Dyke, by the way, also out for the year. So Wisconsin's a program that is missing their starting quarterback. Braden Locke, in every single game that he's started, has thrown an interception. And on top of that, the starting running back for the 2024 season had to retire and step away from the team on like October 3rd or 4th, if I remember correctly.
He had 56 carries, so
Right?
probably like third game.
So after that, you bring in this backup running back as the starting running back, and he has over 750 rushing yards on the entire season. And AG, I ask you this. Through all of that word jumble, word vomit situation stuff that I just talked about, how important is it that Nebraska's defense goes out and does their job against an offense that has been lackluster this year, that has injuries at key positions, still going to run the ball, but with a guy that certainly didn't start the season as the starter?
It's priority number one. It should be no problem, I say, getting amped up for a game like this. One, it's a rivalry game first. Let's just start there first. And I don't care what's going on in Wisconsin right now. If I'm a player on the Nebraska roster, you know what? That's their problem, not mine. That's my mindset. And defensively, I'm like, you know what? Let's throw the whole kitchen sink at them. Since they got to retool, just like we did a few weeks ago, let's see what happens when we, play up to where we should play and make it very difficult. Take their best thing away, which we know they like to run the ball, even though they don't have the people doing it. They do have runners there. They have people stepping in, but just make it rough on them in terms of running the ball, and then make them try to pass the ball. Do that because we just went through what they're going through. We replaced the coach. Even though the coach's still on the staff, but we got a new guy in the building, and Damon Holgerson, calling the plays. Not really, calling the plays, but then also giving us a different attitude now, offensively. But then defensively, you got to come in there and just, you know what? They got problems. We got problems. Let's make their problems a little worse. And that's just making a game plan where everybody on that defense can shine, where the defensive line is going to go in there and penetrate and give the offense problems, and then the linebackers in the back end, the safeties and DBs, do their job covering the tight ends. Because one thing about Wisconsin, they do have tight ends that can run and catch the ball, and they like to block too. So that could be a problem. And then every now and then they got a nice, quick, fast twitch wide receiver out there too, because I've been watching them for years as well, being that I live there. So understanding their offense, they're going to have athletes on that field still that's going to have pride with themselves and be like, we're just not going to roll over. You got to basically you got to earn that victory up there. So that's what they got to do.
Yeah, go ahead.
So you got to be careful with the way that you say this, what I'm about to say, but like Nebraska defensively has shown the ability, despite some of the struggles that they've had in the last few games, has shown the ability to stop high-level wide receivers in passing games. They did it against Colorado. They did it against Ohio State. Yeah, they gave up a couple touchdowns, but for the most part, they held Ohio State to less than their season average in points per game. So they've shown the ability to stop teams from passing the ball, and they've obviously shown the ability to stop teams from running the ball, but they've also gotten passed on and run on by certain teams quite a bit. So Nebraska defensively against an offense in Wisconsin that, nobody's really sure who's going to call the plays, or maybe Wisconsin already knows who's going to call the plays. They just don't want to tell anybody, against a team that is breaking in a new offensive coordinator or a new 5 offensive coordinators, however they're going to do it. You need to take advantage of that because they don't really have an identity. Yes, Wisconsin of the past has been a run-first team, but this Wisconsin team with Phil Longo at the helm was trying to figure out what they wanted to do. They wanted to pass the ball last year. It didn't work out that way. They wanted to pass the ball this year. Their quarterback got hurt. Now they've got a guy who's completing 55% of his passes. And like Nick said, every game he started in, he's thrown an interception. So they're still trying to figure out what they want to do. So defensively, you have to force them into one or the other. But either way, you're going to need to take advantage of any and all mistakes that they have. Because obviously Braden Locke is going to give you opportunities to get interceptions. If you're going to do what you did against USC and let them slip through your fingers every single time, you're not going to have a good time in this game, in this matchup against Wisconsin. It should be kind of a come alive party for Nebraska's defense. But it's one of those where, again, got to be careful saying that, because if they get smoked, it's going to be a problem. But this is an offense that you should be able to take advantage of if you're Nebraska's defense, because you just mentioned like their tight ends who usually they have tight ends who are really good at catching the ball and blocking all that. Their best tight end is hold on, I got to get his first name. Let me make sure. Tucker Ashcraft, who has 11 receptions for 78 yards and a touchdown.
Yeah,
Other than that, their two leading receivers are Will Pauling with 42 receptions and Vinny Anthony with 28 receptions. So they want to throw the ball. It's not going too hot for them.
Yeah,
and then
it's not
running the
going
ball,
well.
like you said, like Nick said, Tawee Walker has 162 carries for 773 yards. So they're, again, trying to figure out what they want to do.
Yeah, and it's continue to let them figure out what they do by giving them a hard time defensively, and we could do that. You know, we showed up defensively between the D line and linebackers to get in the backfield. They just got to stay consistent with tackling, make sure we don't lose out there in terms of losing poor technique. Don't go down that road, and just really have the confidence overall, because we're there. This team is there. They just got to believe in themselves, because like I said this a couple weeks ago, and I think I said it earlier this week, the game plan is there. Now it's for the players to take it. And Matt Rule mentioned this last week in his presser. It's on the players.
Yeah,
they've been practicing since August. There's nothing new that Dana is going to come in there other than give a couple technique adjustments and advice to the receivers, to tight ends, and things of that nature offensively. So the players in that locker room know what's going on offensively, defensively, special team. They just got to have the confidence within themselves and go get it. They got to go and earn it. Nobody, like I said, nobody's going to give them these wins. If they want to go bowling, they got to want it to their heart, to their soul. They got to want it. You know, if I'm coaching that staff, if I'm the running backs coach or I'm special teams coordinator, I'm asking them, do y'all really want it? Because I'm putting up the same plays we've been running since August. Ain't nothing new here. So you know how to run these plays. So the question is, are you going to run these plays well enough for 4 quarters to get the ball in the end zone, commit, make the other team, make it hard on them defensively to go out there and get a victory? That's the question, and that's what the players got to do for themselves. The question, they got to answer that. Go out there and play ball. That's it.
Some of the this is kind of just a look into the fan base's, mental well-being right now. Henry, big
Wisconsin or us?
For Nebraska here.
Okay.
Unfortunately, those receivers will look like all Big Ten against Nebraska. Virginia Pirates says, I need to see results. How many times have you heard similar stories from year to year? New coordinator, blah, blah, blah. Just do something and win a game. 3450 says, this sounds familiar to a Purdue team that was down to their second string quarterback and third string running back. They came into Lincoln and beat Nebraska that still had all their starters available. Big Daddy Travis says, doesn't matter who Nebraska plays, they will play to their level. So, I mean, there's that. I mean, that's the mentality. Now, to your point,
unfortunate.
you got to go make it happen.
That's how you change the narrative.
100%. We will have so much more coming up your way on tomorrow's show with AD and Raff as we continue to preview Nebraska and Wisconsin on Saturday. Also, an underrated game that I definitely want to get into tomorrow is Minnesota and Penn State. What that means for PJ Fleck. That's a game that's being played in Minneapolis, and Penn State has to go on the road as a top 5 team, has to go to Minnesota. Minnesota's a team that I probably would not want to play right now if I'm still fighting for a playoff spot or in the hunt there like Penn State is. All right, let's wrap up the show. Coming up next, we will have some wise words from AG. We'll also talk Thursday Night Football when we return to close out the show. It's The Drive presented by Doors Plus on 93.7 The Ticket.
Now's the time to get your John Deere equipment inspected and prepared for next season. Acres trained technicians will thoroughly evaluate your machine and get it running at peak performance. And for a limited time, Acres is offering early inspection incentives. Sign up before December 15th and qualify for a discount on parts installed by Acres. Get no interest and no payments until November of 25 with approved financing through John Deere Financial. Some restrictions apply. Contact your nearest Acres location for details.
Load up on meat and more this fall at the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese at 84th and Havelock. This week's special through November 26th is $3 off on bacon, 25% off hanger steaks, 20% off all summer sausage, and 20% off all cheeses. Locations at 84th and Havelock, 30th and Yankee Hill, and now 85th and Highway 2 in Lincoln, or 168th and Maple in Omaha. Get to the Mercado today for the best meat in town.
Things that impair you come in many different shapes and sizes. Some are the shape of beer and liquor bottles. Others look like cigarettes but aren't cigarettes at all. These are the things we know impair us, the things our parents warned us about. What we're not always aware of is our new prescription, or the over-the-counter medicine we picked up just for allergies or a bad cold. See, it doesn't just matter how much of a substance you take. If you are impaired, driving is deceptively dangerous. Don't drive impaired. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
With the Planet Fitness Black Card, you don't just get a great workout, you get a great perk out because your membership is packed with perks. For $1 down and $24.99 a month, you'll get perks like access to any of our 2,400 clean and spacious locations. Bring your friend anytime and both work out with tons of equipment that'll give you that big fitness energy. Relax in the Black Card spa and more. Work out and perk out with the PF Black Card. Join for just $1 down and $24.99 a month.
Hurry, this deal ends soon.
See Home Club for details.
Make Hog Wild the centerpiece of your Thanksgiving feast. Pre-order a 12-pound whole smoked turkey or a 4-pound turkey breast for $55. A 4-pound boneless ham is $50. A complete meal includes your choice of a whole turkey or turkey breast, mashed potatoes and gravy, stuffing, green beans or corn, and a dozen rolls for $130. Pre-order online at GoHogWild.com soon. Quantities are limited. All weights are approximate before cooking. Hog Wild Pit Barbecue, Lincoln.
But don't be late, we close at 8.
If you're in Seward or Milford, listen up. Select Plumbing is now servicing your area with no trip charges from Lincoln. Select Plumbing works on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate, 402-560-6197. It's not just Lincoln, Waverly, and the surrounding area anymore. It's also Seward and Milford with no trip charges. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
When you need a new water heater, nothing beats the ProLine family of water heaters from A.O. Smith. ProLine models are built using commercial-grade components, meaning they're built to help you tackle your toughest days. No matter if you need a gas or electric model, A.O. Smith has a ProLine unit for you. A.O. Smith, innovation has a name. Call John Henry's at 402-435-5555 for a great deal on a water heater today. Again, that's 402-435-5555.
Attention students and anyone else looking for a great deal. Sun Valley Lanes and Games has the ultimate weeknight special. For just $15.95, enjoy unlimited bowling, lucky putt mini golf, and laser tag. Flash your college ID at check-in to receive $2 off your admission. It's the perfect way to unwind Sunday through Thursday nights. Check out sunvalleylanes.com for hours and availability. Sun Valley Lanes and Games, located at 321 Victory Lane.
Lincoln's best place to meet, eat, and compete. Sun Valley.
This show's pretty rockin', huh?
Yeah, I'm so glad my State Farm agent helped me go.
Huh?
My State Farm agent. They help me with options to personalize my auto insurance to get a great rate that fits my budget, so I don't have to give up the things I love.
Wow. Hey, so do you think I could get your State Farm agent's number?
Call your local State Farm agent, Vinny Kreekak, at 402-474-1173.
Individual premiums and budgets will vary by customer. All applicants subject to State Farm underwriting requirements.
Now back to The Drive with AD, Raff, and Ahman Gray on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All righty, one final time on the show today. AD Raff back tomorrow. AD had a speaking engagement today. I just saw Raff's post on social media that Deer Hunt 2024 is complete. He posted a selfie on it, so he is wrapping up.
So he'll be
here tomorrow.
Did he get anything?
So I don't know. There's pictures. There's a lot of opportunities.
Yeah,
a lot of opportunities to get some stuff.
If you had the shot with the camera, I'm pretty sure you had the shot.
The shot had a chance. All right. Before we get to the wise words from AG, I want to remind you that the segment sponsored by our friends at the Body Lab LNK.com. The Body Lab, 14th and Yankee Hill. Go see Rachel and her team today. Give them a call, 531-510-0726. Once again, that's 531-510-0726. You can visit them online at thebodylablnk.com. Everything from trigger point dry needling, infrared sauna, cold plunge tub, physical therapy, chiropractic services, all that and more from Rachel and her team. Incredible staff out there. And so visit them online today, thebodylablnk.com. All right. How interested, AG, are you in tonight's Thursday night football game between the Steelers and the Browns? Are you going to watch it?
Oh, definitely. I'm a football guy. I'm a sports guy. I'm watching NBA now and college football, trying to see who's going to be. Man, my man Genty looked like he's going to get 2,000 yards on the season.
That is correct.
With Boise State, he's at 1893 right now. I'm like, oh my goodness, I got to watch that too. So that'll be.
Does he win the Heisman?
I want him to. I would like that. We haven't had a running back in a while, but we know we got a guy named Travis Hunter up in Colorado doing his business. So we'll see.
Was the last running back, I'm hesitant to say this, last running back, was that Mark Ingram?
Derrick Henry.
Yeah, I was going to say Derrick Henry. It was Alabama though.
It was an Alabama running back.
Do you remember?
You were pretty good.
Do you remember the Alabama running back not trio,
Factory?
but just factory that it was? People forget how good Trey Richardson was.
Ooh,
Trent Richardson, yeah.
Trent Richardson, not Trey.
In college, he was a beast.
Trent Richardson.
You're thinking of Trey Mason at Georgia.
That is right. How could I forget Trey Mason?
Auburn. Dang it!
You were close.
Who was I thinking of? Whatever.
Were you thinking Nick? I mean, even Georgia, Nick Chubb.
Was it Georgia?
Sonny Michel.
Sonny Michel. Obviously, James Cook is there. Was there. So you have all that. But yeah, so that kickoff between the Steelers and the Browns from Cleveland. 8-2 Steelers against the 2-8 Cleveland Browns tonight, 7:15 on good old Amazon. All right, go ahead, AG, take it away. Any final words for us today?
Man, let's keep it rolling. What I've been saying all day, confidence. Have it. Confidence in yourself to do whatever you want to do. Have that confidence. If you don't have that confidence, then it doesn't happen. It makes it tougher. When you don't have that, when you don't believe in yourself. Invest in yourself, believe in yourself. Easy.
There it is. All right. Thank you, sir. All right, Rico, thanks for always hanging out with us, filling in for the entire 2 hours.
I am a great pinch hitter. I might not actually hit the ball. I'm a great pinch runner. There you go.
Good pinch runner.
You hit the rock. You get. That's why.
I don't know. I've seen him swing a baseball.
I would.
I've seen him swing a baseball bat.
Oh, really? Oh, he's not a good batter. Oh, my bad.
I wouldn't hit the ball.
I'm the optimist in all this. I'm like, man, you're gonna knock it out the park. See, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. Confidence. You gotta believe in yourself. Rico, come on, man.
The captain is up next with Terrell, Bach, and Vershawn. We'll step aside, get out of here. We'll talk to you tomorrow with the full crew on the show on a Friday. See you then.
At Farm Bureau Financial Services, we strive to provide you with the right coverages for all your insurance needs by taking the time to meet with you and review what coverages best fit your needs. So whether you're in the market for home, auto, farm, business, life, or a combination of any of these coverages, we can help with making sure you, your family, or your business have the right coverage based on your individual needs. If you would like to review your insurance needs, please contact Ben Spurt with Farm Bureau Financial Services at 402-217-9945 or through email at ben.spurt@fbfs.com.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
You're counting on your team to win. So why not prove it? By placing your bets at Warhorse Sportsbook. Their win is your win. Put your money where your mouth is on nearly every sporting event. Use the Warhorse app to check odds and build your bets before placing your wagers in person at Warhorse Casino, including live in-game betting. No bets, no glory. Wagers may only be placed on Nebraska-based teams when played outside the state of Nebraska. Must be 21 or older to gamble. Gambling problem? Call 1-833-BET-OVER.
You can help fight deadly diseases like RSV and influenza while getting paid for your time. Velocity Clinical Research is now seeking clinical trial participants in your area. Participants can receive compensation for study-related time. No health insurance is needed to join. Find a study near you at velocitytrials.com. That's velocitytrials.com.
Hey, it's Chad with Nutrition Authority inviting you to stop in and check out the #1 selling complete post-workout product, CPR. CPR is ideal for anyone who works out, exercises, or competes and wants to maximize results. CPR can only be found at Nutrition Authority. Stop in today, try a free sample, or visit us at mynutritionauthority.com.
Stevens & Smith Construction is a full-service, employee-owned concrete company that specializes in residential and commercial foundations and flat work. They've been a leader in the concrete industry since 1971, with nearly 250 employees combining for more than 2,000 years of service. With locations in Lincoln, Omaha, and Kansas City, they're united in quality, integrity, and professionalism to create